Hello everyone, Silent here. Welcome back to another episode on the Decidedly Vanilla server. It is episode 28, and in this episode, we're going to be doing a lot of work with villagers and villager trades, getting ourselves a nice, fully stocked enchanter setup back at our base. That way, if we ever die and lose absolutely everything, we can kind of just replace everything instantly and not need to worry about it whatsoever. It's going to be kind of fantastic, but it's going to take many hours to set up. But we're starting off this episode over here at World Spawn because it is now November 8th, and yeah, we still have our trick-or-treat shack set up. There's still some decorations sitting around. I feel like this is, Christmas time now, where everyone just leaves their decorations up for like 3 months. Yeah, we gotta keep that guy in there. So yeah, we're gonna tear down this thing right here, and I think we're gonna relocate this guy as well. Trick or treat, he deserves a good home. He's been manning the stand here for quite a while now. He's been here for like a month or something. He definitely deserves a nice new home. And in case you haven't seen the other people's videos, then we actually did get several people with some tricks and some treats as well. As you can see, there's still a few things left in here that we'll take. But we did actually get someone with the Cursive Binding Villager Head. That was Papa Beastie. I don't know if he was recording. I just saw a couple things about it in chat, but I, needless to say, was rolling around on the floor laughing. So happy that that one got used at the very least. But this thing was honestly a pretty good success. Pretty happy that we did this. So we're gonna tear this down, and I think I'm gonna move this guy somewhere having to do with Zloy. The trick-or-treat stand is now completely gone, and I tried to move our little buddy that was in there down here to Zloy's mending shop, but he was very resistant, so all we have to remember him by now is his face, but that is perfectly fine. He wasn't anything too special anyway, I guess. The next thing that we're gonna do is actually head over here to the post office and claim ourselves a mailbox. If you guys have seen the last couple episodes, you'll know that this ain't no standard post office. Whenever you get yourself a piece of mail, you actually get yourself a beacon as well. And a couple of people have already come through and claimed some beacons. So I think this one right here is Schnick's. And this is just a beautiful beacon color. I think it's like black and purple. It's just, that is like fantastic. So we're gonna go ahead and claim red right here. And we're actually going to pay this beacon with some gold, maybe strength and resistance. I think it needs time to notice. Wait, we gotta put something in there, don't we? It needs to have the beam before you can pay it. And beam, there we go. Now we can pay this thing. Put that in there, strength. Oh, you can only have strength and regen. But you know what, that's fine. There's always so many mobs around World Spawn. We absolutely need something to help fight them off. So now there's a little bit of incentive to give people mail as well. And we're just gonna mark our mailbox with a pigman head up here. That's kind of the identification system that we chose to do. And it kind of works perfectly, doesn't it? I think it looks cool. So I was just informed that someone has made a substantial purchase at the End Is Nigh, our end ship shop. And I'm kind of curious. My God, that is a lot of diamonds. Yes, please, thank you very much. Let's go ahead and throw those into our profits box. And boom. I think that's like the single biggest purchase anyone has made in this shop so far. That's pretty fantastic. Now it is time to actually deal with all of these different librarians in here. So all of these white coats going all the way down to this line right here, all of these guys are librarians. And the entire reason why we built up the sugarcane farm in the last episode is simply so that we can have some sugarcane to turn into paper to trade out their first trades. And thankfully, the sugarcane farm has actually been pumping out the sugarcane, and I think we have 2 or 3 shulker boxes full of sugarcane. Yeah, there we go. Plenty of this stuff. Very fine. I'm gonna turn all that into paper for trading. And while I'm trading with them, oh my God, that's a lot of potatoes. I'm gonna take a couple potatoes up to the villager breeders so that we get some more villagers, hopefully some more librarians, because I know a fair few of these guys are not gonna make the cut. They're not gonna have good trades, but this is actually going to take a surprising amount of time. For one reason, I am trying to keep track of all the different trades that I get for all the different enchantment books so that we know what enchantment books we have and which ones we don't, and if we have the best price for those enchantment books or not. So it's going to take a surprising amount of time. I will come back to you guys once I got something interesting. It is probably about an hour or so later now, and we have a surprising amount of trades actually. Like most of the enchantment books we wanted, we have. We're only missing like fortune and efficiency, protection, and a couple other random ones, like 6 or 7 enchantment books. But other than that, we have pretty much all of the enchantments. None of these are really the cheapest. As you can see, we have a couple for the cheapest, but most of these are all right prices. Some of them are kind of absolutely ridiculous though, like Luck of the C3 for freaking 44 or Unbreaking for 43. Kind of ridiculous, but it is what it is. We still have the option to buy it. And that's pretty much it. I had to kill a fair few of these guys because they just didn't have good trades, or they got undercut, or they had no good trades. And in case you're curious, kind of the way that I do this is I only go for villagers that have the highest level enchantment book. So I'm not going to keep people with like, you know, protection 3s or whatever, only going for the highest level. That way it just keeps everything nice and clean. You know exactly what you have and what you don't have. And we have plenty of villagers, so we really don't need to be too picky whatsoever. I mean, this is all the villagers that we got from throwing in a shulker box and a half of potatoes. And if I'm correct, there should be even more. This villager breeder is absolutely ridiculous. I think it's getting to the point where they're actually entity cramming. Even though we have the entity cramming set up to 42 on the server, it's rather ridiculous. I need to go through those guys before they all kill each other. Oh, yep, they totally are entity cramming. Look at that. I actually really do need to get them out of there right now. Before we were ever so rudely interrupted by crushed villagers, I was going to say we actually need to finish off the rails behind the trading hall, the ejection system basically. So whenever we get rid of a villager, the minecart and stuff will drop out of here, and we never actually finished this system. Now, the reason why I want to finish this now is because we have a couple of blacksmiths and armorers and these guys in here, and I want to move them to this side over here, and I want to move the villagers over here to this side. So that's all nice and clean and nice and organized, and it just looks legit and proper. Now, the problem with this is that the majority of our trading hall is going east and west, and rails are directional, and they don't like to cooperate. And this little system right here doesn't work. However, it might work on this side. Maybe, no. What we're trying to do is get it to go either direction so that eventually the minecart will get the villager to the unloading or killing station instead of just sitting there forever. So I need to come up with a little bit of a solution to this problem. Oh, here we go. We actually got the solution right here. So whenever the minecarts fall down from above, they will go here and then turn left, and then go to our unloading or killing area or whatever we're gonna do with the bad villagers from this design. Most likely kill them. So that is cool. Oh, hello, I'm just falling down the water elevator now. Hasn't happened before. Let's go back up, shall we? So the problem with this system is that doing this on this side is going to be a massive pain in the butt. So if we just try to place down the rails like we did on the other side, they completely connect and just cause chaos. So what I need to try and do is, I guess, God, not instant mine everything in the floor. So let's try doing 3s, shall we? So boom, boom, and then we can do that. No, I think what we need to do is have, oh my God, I'm mining the floor again. Instant mine is a blessing and a curse all at the same time. Anyway, so okay, so we have these like prongs of rails, and then we can do that. Oh my God, that ruins it as well. After much face palmage, I think I figured out how to do this. Oh, I still instant mine the floor though. So we kind of have to extend these a lot. If we try and place one here at the end, all of these are just gonna turn in one direction. The directionality of rails, very annoying, at least to me. I'm not a rail expert, but yes. Okay, so what we should be able to do now is go ahead and place rails here, 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 and here. And then we can go ahead and remove all of these ones on the back side. I'll go ahead and keep, I guess, this one in place in case we accidentally place one on the wrong side over here. So if we accidentally place a rail on the wrong direction anywhere down here, all of these are going to flip. A very, very fragile system that we have, but that should hopefully work. So if we go ahead and place some blocks here, and we place down our minecart, boom, it goes that way. That's perfectly fine. It'll hit the wall down there and then bounce back to our unloading area. Fantastic. This is a brain scratcher. I need to do this going all the way down and make sure I don't mess up a single placement. That was very, very tense. Now this side is so much easier. You're literally just placing the rail and mine out the back side. Can't it always just be like this? I mean, why do we need directionality? I'm sure it's extremely useful for some things, but still annoys me. Anyway, this is the entire ejection system for our trading hall completely done. So I'm gonna go ahead and rearrange our villagers in here just a little bit, and it should be looking a lot nicer. So those villagers are all moved around now, and I've actually gotten several new villagers, which are pretty awesome. I think one of them is a Smite 5 for 27, that's pretty great, and then we got ourselves a Fortune guy for 12, I believe. It's somewhere over here. These signs are really hard to read. There it is, a Fortune for 12. Super nice trade. That's like nearly as cheap as you can possibly get it. And I really like these little holding stations because while these guys are over here and you're trading them out to see if they have anything good, you can switch back over here and get rid of other villagers and then just kind of keep doing this. So trade him out and then run back over here, get rid of that guy, trade this guy out again, see if he has anything good. Honestly, not a bad little system. It is a little bit slow because you got to run back and forth so far, but that's just a fault of my design. Blast Protection 4? Don't think I have that one yet. What was this guy's first trade? Depth Strider 3 for 24. I don't have that one either. So overall, pretty good villagers so far. And I can just keep on getting rid of the other guys. So I'm just going to go through all of the rest of the villagers that we have in here. And it's still a lot. So it is now the next night, and I have traded through a lot of different villagers, and I even just threw in a whole nother shulker box of potatoes as well, trying to get all those different enchantment books. We haven't really honestly gotten that many more. Just trading out with this guy right now, because these guys can have pure unbreaking 3 diamond chest plates. Trying to get one of those, that'd be fantastic to have, but that guy does not have a good enough trade. But like I said, just threw in some more potatoes. These guys are basically just going to keep breeding forever. It is fantastic. And off camera, I just did a little bit of decoration in here. I'm not entirely set on any of this stuff over here, so it's all subject to change. And actually ran out of red nether brick, so I don't have any more building materials. But I did go ahead and kind of decorate our enchanter. This is all pretty just mild decoration. None of this is really permanent, I would say. I need to figure out the ceiling and the floor before I can really say that the walls are permanent. But one thing I did try is some dark prismarine slabs in here, and this is something that we found on stream, and this is a really just kind of peculiar match for the nether bricks. It does kind of work though, like the textures are super similar. It's just not something that you would ever expect to see. It's very strange having a wet, watery, underwater brick matched with a hot, reddish hell brick, right? It doesn't really seem that it would work out that well, but it does work. It really does. What we're gonna go do right now, actually, is work on our crop farms. So every time that we turn on our villager breeder up there, our potato crop farms actually get disabled. So as you can see, these guys are just close enough to our villager breeder to recognize it as a village, so they stop harvesting their crops and we don't get any more crops from them. As you can see, the carrot farmer is just far enough away to not care about the village, and he still harvests, so that is fine. Basically what I'm going to do is go to the back there, go down to the bottom layer, and then just install a little village. I kind of forgot I lived in a mountain, and like pillaring out of this, it takes forever. I've pillared up probably about 40 or so blocks now. I'm still going. I have not hit the surface yet. It's kind of ridiculous. I just am trying to make the hole for the sunlight right now, so the doors actually have some sunlight, and then it will become a proper village. Is this the surface? It is. Cool. Let's go ahead and just cover that up with some glass before any bad guys fall down in here. So wonderful. This should be pretty much all we really need for this village now. And would you look at that? This does seem to be working now. We have our villager breeder active and breeding, and these guys are now starting to harvest and plant potatoes. Cool, that was an ultra simple fix. I was honestly, truly expecting that to be a headache and like have to really mess around with that for a while. So I'm super happy that that was just a super easy fix. We don't need to think about that ever again, pretty much. One thing we will need to do in the future is actually add an off switch to this, similar to how we have this over here. And speaking of which, there's totally some zombies. Oh, hi. Huh, okay. I don't know where you guys came from, but you have my sugarcane. I will take that back. Thank you very much. Apparently I need to go do some more lighting back there. But anyway, yeah, I would like to install an off switch for this eventually because I'm going to run out of shulker boxes by the time these guys get done harvesting. And just to prove my point, we're out of carrot shulker boxes. I just put 3 more in there. Seriously, I am running out of shulker boxes. I've not gone in rating for like a 12, 13, 15 or so episodes. I don't know. It's been a while and I've been really holding on to my shulker boxes, but it seems like I'm gonna need to go do another 4 or 5 hour raid here soon. While we're waiting for all of our new baby villagers to grow up, I need to do an extremely tiring, grindy, and brain exhausting task. We have had all of these shulker boxes sitting here for a very long time. Very, very long time, since we moved into the base actually. And all of these are full of just various enchanted goods, stuff from the end dimension, stuff from AFK fishing, stuff from just random raiding. And the ones that are going to take the longest amount of time are these ones right here. All of our different enchantment books that we have. Seriously, a absolute butt ton. And there's even more in here. There's just a ridiculous amount. So I need to sort out all of these into the appropriate boxes. All of these chests along the sidelines here are going to be for our enchantment books. And then we have some double chests in the back here for all the different like tool and armor types. And I might need to add some more as well, because there's 4 armor pieces, swords, bows, axes, pickaxes, shovels. Yeah, we definitely need to add a couple more. And then we have like fishing rods as well. Might just throw away all of those. Yeah, so I need to do just a ton of work. This is probably going to take me many hours, but after that, we will have significantly more shulker boxes to our name. Surprisingly, that did not take as much time as I was expecting, and as you can see, we just have our different enchantment books laid out across the room here. Not the most bestest layout ever, but for the space that we have, it does work. We also have our armor in the back here, some random additional armor, and random additional tools, all the different tools and weapons over here, and then more enchantment books wrapping around this side. And then right next to the entrances, we have 4 single chests for books that we really don't want that much of. So like Bane of Arthropods, Knockback, The Curses. You do not need a double chest of Bane of Arthropods. You barely even need a single one of them. So yeah, we're trying to get a full double chest of all of these different ones. And as you can see, we're doing pretty well on some of these already. Some of them we barely have any, and some of them we have none. And that kind of plays in with our trading hall as well, hence the very close proximity. But we also have all of these shulker boxes, basically just full of different random loot that we're going to stock the in-ship shop with for selling to people, basically just giving it away. I have no use for all of this stuff, so if anyone else on the server wants it, they can basically just take it and have it. And then we also have all of these different random enchantment books. None of these are like top tier enchants, which is the only thing I'm worried about in collecting. So I'll probably sell all of these for like 1 diamond a piece. As you can see, there's some pretty good stuff. Impaling 4, Fire Protection 3, just all kinds of random different enchantments that aren't all the way there. But if you're willing to combine a little bit, then you can get quite a few enchantments that are high level. Yeah, so we have a little bit of stock for future shops, which is pretty nice. And while I was doing all that stuff, I was also sorting through villagers. So I've sorted through all of those guys again, and we have ourselves a fair few enchantment books. Most of these are still pretty expensive, so this is kind of a long-term project. Mostly going to be a lot of me sorting through these guys and breeding them off camera, and then eventually we will have a fully stocked, amazing trading hall, but yeah, it's just going to take a very long time to get built up. Oh god. Just came through to the nether. I was about to head back to world spawn, and I totally forgot that we've been sending through hundreds and hundreds of villagers to the nether. And yeah, there's apparently just a butt ton of guys here. Just punch these all down. This is going to be a lot of zombie villagers. There's actually so much noise from these guys just walking around that other noises are actually having a problem, like playing, like you can hear the glass. It just doesn't even want to make the correct sound. That is very strange. I wonder how many this actually is. Entities, only 189? That's not as bad as I thought it was. This is kind of interesting to watch, honestly. I always enjoy this, but this one's interesting because there's just so many in here. And here we go. This seems like the chain reaction that we're looking for. Oh, poor villagers. I will never get enough of this, I swear. Oh god, the noises. The noises. They just don't stand a chance. Oh man. Okay, now there's just a lot of zombie noises. I think that was all of them. This is incredible sounding. Okay, that's a lot of experience actually, and also a ton of zombie villager heads. I think that alone is going to top off our collection for collecting all the zombie villager heads. Seriously, that's so much junk, wow. But we got, yeah, just like 6 different types right there. Fantastic. I'm still going to be sending through zombie villagers in the future because like, that is just so entertaining to me. So very entertaining. Our shop now has some pretty decent armor, tools, and weapons up for grabs. I'm basically just saying pay what you want. If you want to take these amazing Curse of Vanishing boots for free, then you can absolutely do so. It's mostly just there to help people out. I hope you guys did enjoy this episode, though. It's a little bit more of a chill episode, but we did get some very important work done. We're going to end this one off underwater because there's no rain down here. It's actually quite serene and peaceful. It's lovely. Anyway, if you guys did enjoy this episode and want to help support the series and the channel, consider leaving a like. It really does help out and make a difference. And if you're new here and you want to catch the next one, maybe consider subscribing. Sometimes notifications work. But anyway, I'll see you guys down in the comment section and in the next video. And then there was silence.